Namaskar friends. Today we will be doing the 5-minute Gita session for the English viewers. As you might have recognized by this time, the 3-minute Gita sessions are in Hindi and the 5-minute Gita sessions are in English. So today we will be discussing about my beautiful concoction of emotions that lead to spiritual freedom or liberation. Desireless, peaceful, blissful. So the idea is first you have to neutralize the indriyas to become desireless. Then you have to settle the agitation of the mind to become peaceful so that it doesn't create new ideas, suggestions. And then when you are in the persistent state of peace, you will become blissful in the Atman or the soul. So these three states can be beautifully summarized in the three shlokas from chapter 2, 270, 271 and 272. Let's come to the first shloka, which is 270, talking about being desireless. It says, Apurya manam achal pratishtam samudra mapa pravishanti yadvat tadvat kama yam pravisanti sarve sa shanti mapnoti na kam kami. It says, Apurya manam achal pratishtam. What is complete and undisturbed? Apurya manam means totally complete from within, and achal means cannot move, undisturbed, unperturbed. That is the state of ocean. It is full from within and it is totally quiet and grave. It is not turbulent like a ravine. So, apure manam achal pratishtam samudra mapa, like the ocean, pravishanti yadvat, a person whose mental constitution is like the ocean, unperturbed, undisturbed, totally feeling complete from within. Apure manam achal pratishtam samudra mapa pravishanti tad kama yam pravishanti sarve sa shanti mapnoti na kam kami. So, he is not affected by the rivers flowing into him. Just like the ocean is not affected by the rivers or tributaries joining it in the delta or the estuary, an individual who is not affected by the surrounding gunas of adversity, be it people are getting agitated or people creating peer pressure on him, people asking him to behave in a certain way, your friends are smoking, drinking, why don't you drink and smoke, have a good time. So those kind of indriya or sensual pressures that you face from society in general, you are totally conditioned into it, even if you don't know or don't want it, because that seems to be the normal. So you will do what everybody else around will do due to guna effect. So a person who is breaking that cycle of getting into the rajasic passions or the tamasic addictions that are totally conditioning him in the surrounding environment, being totally unaffected, unperturbed, undisturbed, because he's full from within, that person qualifies to be overcoming the desire trap, and that person will be first time settled with peace, because peace is full from within, he doesn't want any externalities. Okay, so apure manam achal pravistam samudra mapa pravishanti yadvat tadvat kama yam pravisanti sarve sa shanti mapnoti na kam kami. One who has got rid of kam or raga or passion or anything that is material desire is qualified for having peace. Now what happens when peace comes? Vihai kamanya sarvan pumans charte nispriha nirmamo nirahankar sam dukh sukh shami. He is talking about the qualities of the person who is in peace. So that person vihai kamanya, having gotten rid of all the kama or the desires or mayic delusions, that person vihai kamanya sarvan pumans charte nispriha, that person is totally nispriha, or free of cravings. The cravings that arise will stop arising in due course of time if you have reached the state of persistent peace. That is what the difference is between transient peace, when cravings are totally attacking you, versus persistent peace, when the cravings have subsided. So no matter what the individuals around are doing, you know they are in a state of mudha or delusion, so it doesn't affect you. So vihai kamane sarman pumas charte nirpriya nirmamo nirahankar. That person is free of emotions and is free of ego or arrogance. Nirmamo nirahankar sam dukh sukh shami. Whether you shower happiness, joy, or you throw sorrows towards the direction, he is indifferent. So that is the Roman Greek Stoicism philosophy that is gained from state of persistent peace. And then the last one, विहाय कमान समान पुमाश्चर्य निष्प्रिया निर्मम निरहंकार समदुक्ष सोई एशाम ब्राह्मी स्थिति पार्थ नैनम प्राप्य मुह्यति स्थित्वास्यम अंतकालेपि ब्रह्म निर्वाणम रिच्यति एशाम ब्राह्मी स्थिति पार्थ doing this kind of action, being indifferent to the individuals around you, the tributaries of desire that flow into the ocean, totally negating the presence of the indriyas or the preya, instant, dopaminergic, delusionary trap that creates excitement followed by delusion, depression and addiction. If you totally negate that pathway, then esham brahmi sthiti parth, nanam prapya vimuyati, you are not going to be deviated again. So this represents an irreversible reaction that happens inside your core Sushumna or the central tube, not to be affected by the imbalances because you have negated and neutralized the imbalances of the Ida and the Pingla. So that case, you can only rise upwards. Esham Brahmi Sthiti Parth Nanam Prapya Muhyati. You are not going to be deviated or disturbed by these Mayic forces of delusion anymore. Sthitva asyam antakalepi Brahma nirvaram richati. Even if you are situated in this situation at the end point of your life, at the last breath that you are taking, if you have suddenly reached there, it is an irreversible state. You are not going to be born again. So Sthitva asyam antakalepi Brahma nirvaram richati. Even at the antakal or the last moment of your life, you will reach Brahma nirvanam. Brahma means the Brahmanic neutrality. Nirvana means liberation. So you will reach the state of nirvana in Brahmanical neutrality if you are able to totally dissolve and break the cycle of the indriyas. So let's cycle back. First is desireless state, which can be happened by living a unperturbed state in dhyana or kumbhak pranayama, anything nishkam karma that helps you attach to the higher being through bhakti yoga. And then once you have done the 3 yoga and panch pratyahar, you have killed the desires. So neutralization of desires by 3 yoga and panch pratyahar turns you from desireless into transient peace. Transient peace is the state where cravings will come and attack you every time because they are asking you to come back to me. Why are you doing this dhyana and kumbhak and things which will make you a great person? Come, let's enjoy life like the rest of us and continue this cyclical madness till we die and feel empty from inside every day. So then that individual will turn from transient peace. When cravings are there, he can stand the cravings. Then he will go in the state of persistent peace where there are no cravings. So you are in the state of persistent peace. And at that moment, slowly you will transition into bliss, which is the state of constant feeling full and happy from within, joy for no reason. Remember, if you are in the state of joy or persistent happiness, which is called bliss, from peace, that will always be permanent. Whereas if you come from joy, from excitement or any surge of dopamine, pleasure, that will always be temporary. Why is that? Because the indriyas are only able to create heightened state only when there is a new attachment of the object with object of sensual gratification, the indriya with indriyartheshu. It cannot be permanent. And since you cannot constantly create a state of surge of dopamine, because dopamine will slowly be dissolved and broken in the synaptic cleft, dopamine cannot be always all the time released and will not create the same sensation because the phenomenon of desensitization, like we say in biology, or the state of heightened excitement cannot last always. You will come down to your baseline and then you'll crave again. So you go there, stay there for a little bit of heightened excitement and you come down. What do you learn from this? Nobody can remain 90% of the time excited all the time. Neither your organs of procreation nor your heart. Excitement will only be there for a little bit and then it will go away, come back to the baseline. And then you kind of crave it again. So this is the cycle of Mayic delusion, recruiting the senses with the objects of sensual gratification, creating the bond and releasing the dopamine. Now, if you try to remain in peace, that is driven by GABA, GABAergic neuron transmission, that comes from relaxation. Hence, it will remain there for a longer time. It is a low intensity endeavor. It is not a endeavor that requires a lot of agitation in the nervous system. Hence, GABA, slow wave delta sleeps, or even like the longer amplitude waves, those are more active waves. And hence, you will notice that state is more persistent. No axon can remain depolarized or a state of heightened excitation all the time. It has to go excitation of depolarization, and then it goes into repolarization, which is the state of refractory period where it has to gain back the nutrients, the sodium and potassium. All the imbalance of the neuron has to be re-established so that the saltatory conduction can occur again through the neuron. So neuronal system, nervous system being formed from the senses of the indriya have this a potentiality where you have to remain excited and then you have to become de-excited for a certain period of time, during which no matter what the person does, you will not get excited. After 4 rasgullas, 4 candies, the 5th candy doesn't create any goodness. After 4 rounds of sex, the 5th round of sex will not create the same heightened fullness. So you have to know that things will be desensitized, because whether you consider the dopaminergic pathway of nervous system or whether you consider the nature of the indriya tissues, which cannot remain bound all the time, they have to uncouple so that they can couple again and create the madness of delusion. So my friends, that's how desire trap is created. Once you negate and neutralize your desire trap by the technique of Tri Yoga and Panch Pratyahara, you will become peaceful. That time the cravings will come and attack you. That is the time when you go back into Tri Yoga and Panch Pratyahara, play beautiful music, play some inspirational thing, use the rajas to destroy the tamas, which is trying to pull you back into the craving quadrant. And then when you are persistently peaceful, you become blissful. When you are happy for no good reason, you're always content with yourself. You don't need any attention, you don't need any validation. You are good for the totality that you are. That is Brahman. Jai Shri Ram.